Alright, you're watching cricketnews.com. My name is Sumedhh Bilgi. This is our IPL 2021 coverage, and we're going to be previewing all the teams in multiple videos. And in this one, we'll talk about the defending champions, the Mumbai Indians. Alright, so if you haven't done it yet, like, share and subscribe to cricketnews.com. We're going to be doing a whole lot of fun this IPL. There are podcasts, there are previews, reviews, fantasy updates, so much more happening. So like, share and subscribe right now. Okay, let's talk about the Mumbai Indians, the defending champions. They look absolutely incredible yet again, don't they? Last season, of course, was their 5th title win. They looked invincible, and they truly were. They lost very few games. Everything went right for them, and they clinched their 5th title. And you'd like to think that they are hot contenders for their 6th and to be crowned as the champions of IPL 2021. But before we talk about all of that, let's take a look at what they did in the auction as well. I'm going to take a look at my sheet here, of course. You take a look at what they did at the auction. Of course, they listed Nathan Cooten-Isle and got him back for a cheaper price, and then they went on to strengthen their bench strength essentially. So Adam Milne, Piyush Chawla, who I think will play a few matches, Jamie Neesham, who I think could prove to be a good replacement for Kieron Pollard. If at all you think we want to sit Pollard out at some point, which I don't think they will. Yudhvir Charak, Marco Janssen, Arjun Tendulkar, and a couple of others there. So essentially strengthening their bench is what Mumbai did at the auction, and I think they did a very good job at that. Now let's take a look at what they did well last year, right? Of course, one, Rohit Sharma's captaincy. He proved, of course, that why he is the best skipper in the history of the IPL, now winning matches at a percentage of 60%, which is absolutely incredible. He doesn't get phased at all in difficult situations. He is somebody that you can bank upon, and Mumbai Indians have banked upon since 2013, and he has led them to 5 titles. I said 6th because I think the 6th one's coming. So 5 IPL titles, and perhaps the 6th one's coming. So Rohit Sharma is a big thing, big plus in their column. And I think this year, with his additional form, the form that he's gathered playing for India, the runs that he's gathered playing for India, I think he's going to be a big asset for the Mumbai Indians. What else did they do well last year? Well, the one thing that strikes right away is the number of runs they amassed in the last 5 overs. You like to see that they like to start steady. Quinton de Kock obviously is somebody who likes to get the team off to a good start, but then later they like to consolidate through the middle overs because they know that they can push on the accelerator towards the end, and they proved it with Pollard, Pandya, which is their absolute core there. These 3 were absolutely incredible throughout the IPL last time around, absolutely blew teams apart. So that is a big plus, and I think all these 3 guys have come in with very good form in international cricket. So Mumbai Indians will be very pleased about that indeed. The other thing that Mumbai did really well is get the Bolt-Bumrah combination are absolutely spot on. Bolt 3, sometimes 3 or sometimes 4 of his overs right at the very beginning, whereas you bowled 1 of Bumrah, you preserved him 1 for the middle overs and then got him back later for the, say, 17th and the 19th over or 18th or the 20th over, and that's what Mumbai Indians did. They got these 2 going really well. These 2 really liked bowling with each other as well, and that worked out very well for the Mumbai Indians. So these are the 3 major things that Mumbai Indians did very well in IPL 2020, and they'll replicate that in 2021 for sure. Alright, let's take a look at a possible Mumbai Indians 11, and you do not really need to be a rocket scientist to sort of try and understand this, because you know it from the offing what this 11 could possibly look like. But let's take a look nevertheless. So Quinton de Kock and Rohit Sharma open the batting. Of course, Rohit is somebody who would want to play as many overs as possible. Quinton will try and give Mumbai Indians the big start at the very beginning, and that will be his role, and he'll be happy to take that role on as well. Suryakumar Yadav comes in at 3. Ishan Kishan comes in at 4. Both of these guys now are international cricketers. They're no longer uncapped Indians, which will have implications in the larger auction, but we'll come to that at some other point. Suryakumar Yadav, Ishan Kishan at 3 and 4. Kieron Pollard at 5, Hardik Pandya or Krunal, depending on the situation, at 6 and 7, And then of course Nathan Cooter-Nile comes in because he can bat and he can bowl at 8. And then of course you have Piyush Chawla, I think, who's been gotten into the team from the auction, will come in for Rahul Chahar at the beginning at least. Mumbai would want to see how Piyush goes about his business right at the beginning, and especially because they'll be playing in Chennai. He's coming from CSK as well, and he's an experienced campaigner. Is Piyush Chawla. He's the third highest wicket taker, and I fully expect Piyush Chawla to play in that team. And then of course you top it up nice and beautifully with Bumrah and Bolt, and that becomes your powerhouse Mumbai 11 that can take on any team and beat any team in franchise cricket across the world. And I really do believe in that. Mumbai Indians yet again will be a team that you will want to look out for. Remember, they are starting their matches off in Chennai in conditions that they did well last year. They really did well last year. And sorry, not last year, of course, in IPL 2019. But at the end of the day, it's a team that's experienced, that has its core set, that's led by a captain who knows what he can do and knows what the team can't do and guides the team in accordance, and that adapts to conditions. They've got a great think tank. They have players that are here for the present, for the future as well, and a couple of those in between those two that come together to make a fantastic team, a great franchise, and absolute contenders for yet another IPL title.